Welcome, one and all. This is the Peace Dealer, and this is a very important and special weekly peace report because this week is in every single way adventure time. Not necessarily like the show, but when I say that you are literally being embarked on a personal adventure, you are literally being embarked on a personal adventure. Virgo is the 10th house of Sagittarius, so this is destined to happen. It's an adventure that's literally going to align you to the destiny of where you fit in this matrix reality, but really the world, okay? And this adventure is all about what life means to you. This is the budding awareness that's gonna open up in your literal reality. But when I say adventure, I really do mean adventure. If you're like a Pisces or a Sagittarius, or even an Aries or a Cancer, like this adventure already unfolded for you like years ago, or like like days prior, you just kind of like randomly fell into some loophole or like karmic portal or rabbit hole, and you just some of you are ending the adventure while other people are starting. It's kind of funny, but yeah, this is definitely an important juncture because like I said in the previous World War Zero video, Gemini and Sagittarius are the gateways of perception and consciousness. You have Virgo here as the real world, and Pisces as the spiritual realm that teaches us. This is the ultimate. This is the realm that teaches us that there really is no illusion. The illusion is that there is no illusion. That like the dream realm that we wake up in, as we go to sleep, is it any less real as we're discovering the possibilities of quantum mechanics and different potentialities of realms and possibilities, which, like sound really interesting, but really means nothing, especially with Saturn that is still in this sign. We are really going to be approaching the most serious of understandings, the crystallization of our consciousness, where even today as I make this, a lot of you are making very serious decisions, as I'll get into. You must surrender your heart to the control of the most powerful, intense love. Some of you are trying to run away from it. And there's no way your heart can run away from literally having to implode on itself. It feels, Venus and Pluto feels like if I enter this union, or if I do this, I'm gonna be heartbroken. But that feeling of betrayal is actually the feeling of your soul being ready to merge with another, and it entails a sacrifice of your heart so that it can merge. That's what you're confusing, but we'll get into that because, like I said, Sagittarius is the gateway of perception. This is going into the spiritual realm, whereas Gemini is coming out of the spiritual into the real world. So, Saturn at a critical degree with Mercury is really forcing a lot of you to come to terms with the fact that, there are greater versions of yourself. There are temporal loopholes. There are different perceptions of being able to understand how to maneuver about the present reality that you're in. And that's what makes this an adventure. Not in a linear sense where you have a destination and you have to get somewhere, but in an all-encompassing, omnipresent sense where you're in this place, but you're starting to become aware of different realms and different possibilities and different energies that are around you that influence the present moment you're experiencing, which should be freaking nuts, especially with Uranus and Aries adding electricity. Like, if you're a Leo, you're the only one that's having like the most fun, like really understanding this in a flash without having to read about it. You know what I mean? Like, this is gnarly. I don't think anyone will really go through a season alone like this. So this week is very important because we start off with the alignment, the sacred alignment. This is really meant for a lot of you to finally wake up to the reality that, hey, you actually have people and connections in this life that you literally cannot go a day without like not feeling, okay, at some level or the other. Like you're so connected that, you know, Scorpio season was you trying to probably shut off the connection or surrender to it, but then still realizing, well, like there's a higher purpose. And what this alignment is doing, a lot of you have been realizing, or even if not a lot, some of you have been realizing that at the quantum level, at the higher level of you know, the expressions that you have developed a very powerful connection with somebody. Some of you with multiple people, but usually some of you it's with one distinct person that you can't stop thinking about. Usually because they're thinking about you too. But the reason why you're having dreams about this is it's beaming down to you from above to let you know, as above, so below. So this is literally the week where things align. This is also the week where veils get kind of cut. So some of you had to be drawn from a veil and literally see an illusion because that was what was guiding your soul. And now as the energy aligns, the veil will be dropped and the reality will be there. So you'll find that the feeling, the details may be different, but the feeling of what you wanted to manifest will actually still be on point. And everything will make sense at a great level. In fact, how you feel things are going to manifest, you need to understand it's not at all how it's really going to happen. Like the reality of how it is going to be like maybe one or two things that are different, but you'll be surprised how very much on point your intuition is. And I say this because some of you are even having dreams of profound connections of people who you really wouldn't normally even be into. Like you kind of feel weird because it's like, what the hell? Like I'm not really traditionally into this person, but the connection is OD. Like this is the real deal. And a lot of this is going to be making sense. Sagittarius is a sign of sight. You need to go through this progression because this is the season where we now start to see and make sense of everything. All the information we gathered in Gemini, all the facts that we proved that truth with in Virgo, now we get to see what that all means. And this is huge because Saturn is here. We're going to make a huge decision based off of that in like 16 days. And starting off seriously understanding like this week alone, some of you are going to finally let go of these connections for good. Some of you are going to let go of that's what you feel purging from the depths of your soul. Some of you feel like, oh, I can't control this feeling, like it's taking me over. No, Pluto doesn't play, bruh. And Mars was there before too. Like Pluto does not play, my friend. Venus is there. It's like purging your system. And some of you are getting ready for new connections with Mars in Aquarius that is trining Jupiter in Libra. It's just going to happen like for some of you. And some of you are literally purging past life karmic connections with some people. And trust me, it's going to feel in a large part like you're dying before you feel, oh, it all makes sense. Literally, it's just going to happen like real quick. So don't let that get to you because it could really discourage a lot of you. This could be a week where a lot of you fall for that fear trap and feel like, oh, I'm never going to love again. And it's like, no, like, trust me. It's literally like getting a shot where it has to hurt because it's administering the healing agent. Ooh. Did some of y'all hear me there? That's interesting. But yeah, this is definitely a week for the books, people. Because when I say this is an adventure, I really want you to open your mind, walk into this with understanding you don't really know like anything. Like forget everything you know. And some of you really know things too. So I'm not telling you to forget what you know because you're going to know something new. Some of you already know it. You just need to forget what you know. Sometimes what you know can suspend and block off what, spirit is trying to not even show you, but like hint you in on. Because, we're going to start the week off with the square to Neptune, and some of you are just going to fall into a dimensional porthole, and you're going to be chatting like, oh my gosh, how do I get back to reality? No, like, I have, I have a test in the morning. Like, I can't be here playing with these ghosts. I'm trapped in Narnia. Like, no, you have to understand, like, there's a greater reality. The North Node is in Virgo. There's a greater reality out there. So it ultimately is about getting your lifestyle in order and being responsible and living with integrity. But there are subconscious demons that have to be dealt with. There is a connection to the divine that has to be established, and you're ready to see it so seriously now that Mercury and Saturn is in this. And as we end the week off, Mercury is going to be trining Uranus and Aries. Like, there's going to be such a ridiculously amazing understanding of who you are and how to communicate what that means to people. Some of you will be out there expressing that, opening ridiculous, fantastic doors. Others of you will try and hide it, and love ninjas are going to attack your heart, and you're going to be tickled to death and having to open it. Seriously, that's the magic of Sagittarius. Like, it's unbelievable shit. Like, some of the stuff that I'm saying to you, I can't believe that it's really going to happen, but then I can understand because Sagittarius is very much so the wild card. Like, anything can happen, dude. Anything can happen because this is sextiling Mars and Aquarius. When I say anything can happen, I'm saying you could be watching this video right now and you could be going to the store and all of a sudden you get abducted by aliens, son. Like, time stops and you literally get abducted by aliens and no one even remembers you exist. Some of you are aliens watching this like, oh, he knows what we do. Okay, no, but that was my moment of delirium. But seriously, like, when I say, like, anything can happen, like, you could be walking on your way to school and then you just literally, you don't even bump into, like, someone stops you like, hey, hi, how you doing? You meet somebody who's basically like a connect to the job that you've been wanting to get for ages, and you thought you had to like rigorously train some more to meet them, and this person walks to you. Like, anything can happen. Those of you who already are hip, like, you're aligning your thoughts and intentions and giving up to the universe, opening up anything to happen. You're not holding on to, oh, I want it to happen this way. You're opening up to anything that can happen with whoever, which basically frees up whoever. This is your week, yo. It's adventure time. Some of you didn't sign up for this adventure package. Some of you, you know what I'm saying? You literally like, nah, we good. Like, I'm going to actually focus more internally. This is great because actually you'll find that you're able to balance more the Pisces and Virgo aspect. But I'm just bullshitting. Some of you are just gonna be flung into this adventure. Okay, this is honestly the season where people say stuff and then they're like, oops, did that come out? Oh my gosh. The bluntness is going to be so savage. Okay, this is Uranus and Aries, guys. And Jupiter is squaring Venus, and that's squaring Uranus. So people's intentions are going to clash, and it's not in a way that you can hide. It's like, oh, 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 whoa. And Sagittarius just wants to party. So it's going to be savage, guys. It's going to be very magical, though. This is Adventure Time. I should make an Adventure Time part 2. But all I can say and leave you off with is, prepare to align with the highest version of yourself. And this is the initial degrees of Sagittarius. So, wherever you are drawn to go, just go. Know that with the energy of Aquarius and Libra, you're just going to be magically linking with people. You may think you're gonna be going to bed and you know what I'm saying, eating ice cream and watching, a show on television and going to bed, and then 30 minutes later you don't even realize you're on a yacht with like three people and you're all discussing like your life purpose and destiny, and you're like you're three bottles down the face, but you're still sober. You're like, what is this magical moment? Like, how did this even happen in 30 minutes? Like, this is one of those weeks. And it doesn't even have to be that simple. It doesn't have to be that simple. You could just be minding your own business. Trust me, it's going to happen when you're minding your own goddamn business. You just be minding your own business, and then all of a sudden, like, you just have like a 5-second conversation with someone. It's totally normal. Like, oh, hey, how are you doing? Oh, great. The weather's great, isn't it? Yeah. And then you walk on, and your whole life is changed forever. It's one of those weeks. It just makes no sense. Adventure time, motherfucker. So I should title it Adventure Time, motherfucker. But nah, Adventure Time, Part Uno. Um, the climax of this week, of course, is when that doorway opens for you. Are you going to sacrifice and walk away from this old life and leap? This is a leap of faith week. Okay? The seriousness of decisions that in the cardinal nature of the signs are just gonna blast doors open for you. This is one of those weeks where you make decisions that you can't be like, do I do this? Do I do that? And we start the week off with the indecisive moon in Libra. So just know, like, Jupiter's just gonna push you in the pool. Like, poof. So yeah. Peace, y'all.